today, but this is something the guys we talked about. So basically, this is a supporter of Jamie, who basically used a thumbnail of a burning cross and a KKK member, or KKK, whites, what are you going to call it? Anyway, in his thumbnail. So he goes to telling me back and forth that he basically is not about this. Dude, you allow this to be affiliated with your business at the end of the day. He says the guy's African American. We checked on the site. I think he's African American. And him being African American doesn't make it better. It still makes it far worse. Because this right here, this symbol right here, represents something extremely evil and extremely bad, especially toward African Americans. I, being a black man, African American, in this field and business, I've had my fair share of racism. People call me the N-word and everything else you can possibly think of. We've got text messages that we have received with racial slurs in these text messages, calling me the N-word multiple times. But I would never have, if any customer decided that they wanted to use a symbol of hatred like that as a thumbnail, I'd basically give them two options: remove it, or I'd take it to court and sue you, because you're not going to attach my name or anything involving that at the end of the day. So let me show you something right here. All right, we're going to go into our documents over here. We're going to our pictures here. Let's go over to here, this guy made many videos for you, and you saw this. We know you saw that thumbnail, and you did not have that removed. There is no way in the world, if a customer came up and he affiliated that kind of hatred or anything at the end of the day, I would have had that nonsense removed, because that reflects back on my company if I allow something like that to stay there. That has been there 5 years. 5 years that it's been there. You mean to tell me you've never noticed it? And this guy has mentioned you many times. I don't care at the end of the day if you say he is African American. That doesn't make it right. It doesn't make it right at all. Do you have any idea? Have you done the history of how far that goes back and what that actually represents is something extremely evil? And the fact that you allow that to be displayed and have this guy talk about you and praise you in that video doesn't go well for you at all. It goes extremely bad for you. I told you, when I see you in court, don't make eye contact with me. Don't do it. You smile at me wrong, I might get an assault charge at the end of the day. I could possibly get an assault charge. So if I were you, I'd stay far away from me. Go in, keep your head down, take care of the business, leave out, and that's the end of it. You got problems, man. You got some serious, sick problems attached to you at the end of the day. If any of my customers or anybody would have done anything, animal abuse, anything like that, if my name was attached to it, that's a lawsuit right there. Right there from the door.
Let alone a Michelin-rated restaurant is a huge undertaking in Cuba. Alberto here is a true success story.
Sir, I gotta say, beyond meeting you, I feel like I know you better just from trying out your menu. You're like a food alchemist and an artist all wrapped into one. Thank you so much.
There you go. A lot of these fake numbers, we traced them back. We know where they came from.
Clubs, exhibitions, and eateries, all entangled inside what used to be an oil factory. This is the
you support that mess. And you can sit there and say, I don't. You do. Because you know why? That sat there for 5 years on that account. I just happened to bump into it when we were actually doing a video looking up something that you were doing in your website that was completely wrong as committing fraud on a product you didn't even sell. And I bumped into that. We didn't even know that was even there. But you knew it was there the entire time, because the guy shows multiple videos of him basically having conversations about your products. You probably thought that was funny and hilarious, because I don't see anything in there about him saying that I had to remove someone. No, that video sat there with that thumbnail.
In this eatery, Lizette, the owner of Tapas FAC, is introducing me to a food invented by Cubans in Tampa, Florida, then adopted back into Cuba. The Cubana, made of roasted and smoked pork, Gouda cheese, lettuce, pickles, and spicy mustard in baguette bread.
He even talked about Hector in its video.
If you don't say salt, you will kill you.
Super cheesy, nice mustard cake, and man, that bread is perfect.
You got a nerve to sit there and get on camera and tell me all Black Lives Matter, and you got something like that at the end of the day?
Yeah, that's good. This is your place. this section of the factory, are there just a bunch of
My people will be
different
there
sections?
when we show up for court, so you know that. All of them. Not all of them, there'd be too many of them, but they'll be there, just so you know.
They are private.
They've seen the pictures. I've sent them out, posted them everywhere.
Kind of collaborate.
You can sit there and say at the end of the day that, hey, look, I don't support that. You do support it. Because you allow that guy named your name. Crow right there, mixes right there. And you didn't come and go, oh, whoa, 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 buddy. Don't put my name in that message in the day. I don't want to be a part of that. That's going to make me look like I'm something bad. Can you please remove that? No, you never had that removed. That says 5 years that's been sitting there.
Because this place speaks for itself. He's very brave.
Jamie, let me tell you something. You're lucky at the end of the day that I'm a good person because I post your address right there at the end of the day, and I have all kinds of people coming after you at the end of the day for that nonsense. People get heated over that kind of stuff. That special symbolized, that thumbnail is an extremely poor thumbnail to use. Even the guy said, hey, no, that's an extremely bad thumbnail to use. That's like somebody putting a SWAT sticker in there or something like that. Oh, it's just, no, extremely bad taste. You should have saw that and you should have canceled that out.
Cuba is overcoming.
Thank God I'm not you at the end of the day.
Success in the
Your address is going to stay right there where it belongs for the attorneys and everybody else that need to have it.
fighting for a better future.
What is the future for entrepreneurs in Cuba?
I really don't know. The only thing I can say is we need to be flexible and try to do something different with everything that you
Certain keywords you say and you mention when you talk.
The idea of like keep fighting, find a different way, be resourceful.
Cubans are not from here. We have to come here and adapt to the island. Sometimes we don't notice because it's become that survival.
Yeah, buddy. I'm telling you right now.
So that kind of
And you can count it any way you want. They'll be there waiting.
For your other question, they may
If I were you when you go to court multiple times, I would advise you do not make eye contact with me at all, period. Because you figure you're going to get me to trigger to attack you, you don't have to worry about me attacking you. I won't be getting my hands dirty on this one. You understand? And I have a right to talk to you this way. Because that symbol means something extremely ugly. The fact that you allow that individual to keep that post there like that for 5 years
All kinds of artistic endeavors. It's quite a trait. That is it for this one, guys.
and didn't question him about having your name associated with something that hateful and evil at the end of the day?
Oh, this manufacturer from Ipoh, Malaysia. Yeah. Legend superstar.
Bad thumbnail. Extremely awful taste in the thumbnail. And you can sit there and say, oh, well, he's black. He's that. That don't mean jack at the end of the day. Even as a black man, he should know even better not to post a thumbnail like that. He knows what that stands for. That doesn't make it better because he's African American. That makes it far worse because he knows what that symbol stands for.
Things the city has to offer, from captivating K-pop culture.
But the fact that you allowed that to sit there for 5 years, and there's multiple videos of him in there talking about you, and you let that sit there and you didn't say, hey, buddy, I need you to remove that because that makes my company look bad, and I'm coming off looking like something really, really bad, like a racist at the end of the day. I need you to remove that. You let that stay like that.
And we're about to explore it now. So
You ever heard the term, whatever's in the dark comes out in the light? You sit there on camera and say, I've never said anything racist in my life, man, and whatever's in the dark comes out in the light. If you talk about racism, you support racism. And people that you basically talk this nonsense around are about that business at the end of the day. Some will walk away and want nothing to do with you, but others will sit there and support you because they're used to hearing nonsense come out of your mouth like that.
Dude, so good to see you again. I didn't think we'd be meeting up this year.
Yeah,
What a
man.
crazy awesome surprise.
Tonight's our first night here, so I'm gonna go eat some Korean barbecue. You guys know
Take a good look, buddy. And people look, take a good look at the end of the day.
And Sam was all about
So what we're having, we're gonna start.
Your naysayers at the end of the day, you support that nonsense, so you know that.
With the very
When you come in and back this person at 100%, that's what you back up at the end of the day. That
oh
nonsense.
my gosh, dude, you're gonna love it. This area is called John.
Oh, leave the room now. Keep the room nice and chill. Don't want to be in there. Don't want to be associated with that at the end of the day. Want to be associated with everything else, but you don't want to be associated with that.
some good pork belly, right?
Now you leave the room. Now there's no talk at the end of the day. I left the mic hot for this one.
Inviting you in to eat the
There is no way around this.
And here's about life. You can see lots of little restaurants all over the place. There's a few different barbecue joints here.
You knew that this individual posted this nasty nonsense, and yet it sat here for 5 years, and not once did you go in and say, hey, buddy, I don't want to be associated with this. I don't want this next to my name, nothing. If somebody went in and put in a SWAT sticker next to my name, I need that removed. I don't want that there at the end of the day. We got to go to court over that because that makes me look bad at the end of the day. I may never support that ever, but I don't want that near me at all, period. Not with a 10-foot pole. I don't want it because that's going to make me look bad. You never went in and stopped this, and that makes you guilty at the end of the day. And in fact, he did multiple demonstrations for you. Who would use this as a thumbnail, especially African American? That tells a lot about him at the end of the day, too. So you can't use the line by saying, oh, he's black. That doesn't make a difference. As a black man, he should know much, much better that you don't use that particular form of symbol as a form of a thumbnail. Extremely bad. Extremely bad taste.
Okay, dude, so I'm gonna show you how to eat.
I hope people boycott you at the end of the day. I hope they do boycott you. I hope they don't touch you, go near you at all, period. I hope your followers drop off and leave you be. And I hope they protest. Because again, that right there is about as scammy can be.
Take it for a swim.
I seen you do some dirty stuff, man. Some really, really, really dirty stuff. But that right there is disgusting.
And you can also put some garlic in here too. You grab a piece of garlic.
Before you go around allowing you, pretty much it's more like it's in support because you allowed it to be there.
It's not a 2-by-4.
You didn't take it down. You didn't argue with the guy. You didn't have it removed. Nothing. Your name right there, Crow's Mix, is right next to it. And had her to put with Crystal Edge on there at the end of the day.
Open that beer because some
I mean, that's going to be hard for me to be a part of that group. This is the color of my skin.
I believe it's OB height caps, and I can't remember.
But you didn't go in and stop that, did you? And he doesn't talk about me in there. He slanders me through every single video. He praises you through every single video. So he's not in there basically glorifying me. He's slamming me every chance he gets. I can't play the video too much. He's got a movie in there playing. I got hit with a copyright strike because there's a movie in there playing. But in the channel, basically, it's nothing about Jamie. You can go check it out for yourself. He calls himself Mr. Tech Guy. Mr. Tech Guy 81. Right there. What makes you guilty, Jamie, at the end of the day? You did nothing. That's what makes you guilty. You had the opportunity to go in for 5 years and to have this nonsense removed, and you did. You kept it there.
All right, this is a fellow who goes by Jamie Fernando Gonzalez. That's his real name. Basically sells the screen paint and the Crow screen paint mixes. This fellow has been scamming people for years, and I mean literally for years. So some really disturbing videos popped up of this individual matching a screen paint and a live stream, and then removing the video from off his site because again, he matched house paint. So the title of the demonstration, let's stand up a little bit here, is Crow's, sorry, the bottom, we need to go right here, here we go, this is right here. Crow's Cinemax Mix versus Network Grade 773. All right. So in this demonstration, he was trying to do his products don't match everyday house paint. Network Grade 773 is a product literally that you can slide off a shelf at basically Sherwin-Williams, and you add nothing to it. It's just everyday house paint. Now we started that first because again, looking at some of these products out here on the market, screen paint products that are not properly tested and should be tested because we test our products to make sure we don't match house paints. They should be tested. Who's to say that you might just get shipped a can of everyday gray paint to your front door, and again, no way to know if you got real house paint. Your house paint, sorry, or screen paint because it's never tested. So this guy, after his customers pushed him and pressured him to go in and do this demonstration, this is what he did. So in the demonstration, not only did he match the house paint, but he also bared receipts showing he had purchased the product, thinking he was going to beat the product, and it didn't go the way he thought it was going to go. Now, the sad thing about it is he still continues to sell these products on his website even though he knows they have matched house paint.
It's
with any
coming from my
regard to his
phone. So
customers
there is a
or
video
anybody
player
else
activated
whatsoever.
on my phone
This guy is
somewhere.
he's very
Hold on a
unprofessional,
minute.
as I said before. And one of the things you have to be careful about, as I said
Gotta
before,
be
you don't
there.
want to end
Got
up,
to be.
so I want to make sure my camera's hitting the screen right. You don't want to end up getting scammed by this guy.
I hate when this crap happens. Video players will activate out of nowhere. All right, let's get back to this.
Now, again, you won't find this demonstration. It was removed off his account. He
Oops,
tried to
activate
hide
again.
evidence that his product was matching everyday house paint. There's a container that he's showing that is the Behr Silver Screen, sorry, the Cinemax.
All right, people. That's a weird one
I'm
right
sorry,
there.
people.
And literally can't
That is
explain that
number
one at all, period.
773 in the container.
Basically, you have to monitor it from grabbing the driver.
So basically, I request customers before they buy
We
any
have a
form of paint
video
from
that's
anybody, even
basically,
us,
it has a minor
make sure
zone
you
on
can
here.
get some
It's already playing
demonstrations
right
on the
now.
difference between everyday
All
household
right, I'm
paints
just gonna come back to this
and
one
that
right
product
here.
to
Let me
make sure
see.
that you're
Where's this
actually getting a
fellow
real
here?
product and not something fake.
All right, enough. We good? No more videos playing. All right, that's kind of crazy.
And we didn't ask them if you can put the demonstration
I don't
directly
know how
on
that
his
just happened.
website so
All right,
that you
we'll
can see
just
a
grab the video
comparison
coming.
or what they want to
Make
buy,
sure.
but yeah, he's not going to do that. Now, when confronted with this information, many times it has resulted to a lot of ranting, cursing, and even when going to the website to show that he's still selling these items that are matching regular house paint,
Okay, no problem.
we were met by
We gotta get to this right
pornography,
here.
all
That's
kinds
just
of
crazy.
stuff.
I'm gonna go in here
that he
and just basically copy this
messages
guy's
back with. I guess he
channel.
was trying to embarrass on
Right
the
here.
stream, but again, if you're going to be using
That's
your
what I'm
website
gonna
like
do.
a
So
circus
that's
to show
those
that you're
strings right
very
there.
unprofessional.
Let's go in there. Drop
Here's a
this.
receipt showing you from Benjamin Moore, sorry, Sherman Williams.
Don't even ask. I literally don't know what's going on. I literally have nothing here and it's still running. Okay. Some craziness right there.
And this is why we have something on our Crystal Ridge page called a blacklist. People who've scammed me out of projectors,
Alright.
stuff like that.
That's
We
just
post
sound
their
weird. I
eBay
ain't going to
accounts so that way
reset
other
my whole
customers
entire
don't fall
computer.
victimized,
Okay.
into these accounts. This fellow was posted up there multiple times because, again, his products were matching house paint. And this is an actual video. with the fellow
Don't even
in it,
ask. This is the weirdest thing I've ever seen
matching
in my
house
life.
paint. Watch this.
What do we have playing?
Watch out, it blinks right in. There you
All
go.
right, people, we got to
So
come back
basically,
in because this is kind
for
of strange.
at the time, $90 that he was
Not coming
charging
from
people
speakers.
for
It's
his
just
product.
running out of somewhere, but we don't
People
even know
can
where
do
it's coming
that
from. And it
easily
sounds like
with
it's coming
just
from my
basic
phone.
house paint because there's no testing under his products. This is why we do a lot of demonstrations on our products versus black paint, fabric, and so forth. We have something called black versus black, or tests are posted to our website. Our products are tested.
Video
before we ship
literally
them out.
activated
Can't do
on
that.
my
We have to
phone
show proof
somewhere
these
in the
products
middle of a
work.
live
None
stream
of
that's
these products have
actually
been tested
playing
at all,
right
period.
now
They
as
just
I'm in
put
a
it up
live
on a
stream.
4K projector,
Figure that one
try to
out.
make them look
Don't
pretty,
even know how
and
this
try
is
to sell you
possible.
something that's not true.
Hey, things of
So these
technology.
videos right here,
All right,
you
we
won't
got to come
find
back
them
in. We got to
because,
talk
again, we were
about
able
this.
to
I
make
got to figure out
copies
what's
of
going on
for
with
the
my phone and
videos
what's
when
playing in the background. It just triggered up. I got to come back on it here. I'll be
Snow
back in a few
levels,
minutes so we can discuss
everything
this
matched.
nonsense.